Giuseppe, bucatini alla matriciana. Let's explain what that means.
That's my favorite. Bucatini is a long pasta, a little bit thicker than a spaghetto. Alla matriciana is when you cook with tomato, guanciale, and just some Parmesan cheese. Peperoncino, of course. Some Parmesan cheese or pecorino.
Oh, pecorino.
Like for the gricia.
And it's called Amatriciana after Amatrice, right?
Yeah,
The town
Amatrice
of Amatrice
is a small town in Lazio.
Yeah.
When you drive up to Rieti, so it's in the north part of Lazio.
So in the province of Rieti.
Yes.
Yes, okay. So there's a lot of confusion about this simple dish because in many cookbooks and even in cooks that I know, they will add garlic and onion. And we don't add garlic and onion in a true amatriciana, right?
Can I give you a secret?
Sure, un segreto dell'aceto, sì.
I'm sure you know. The less onion and garlic,
yes,
the better.
Okay. Water is boiling, Giuseppe.
Great. So we have to...
Let's put in the...
How much bucatini do you want?
Mezzo.
Mezzo?
Sì, mezzo. Sì. So the salt's in there, and now that's a thick...
Is it the salt in here?
Well, you can put more in if you want to. And while he's doing that, I am going to cut up some plum tomatoes. Plum tomatoes are the kind of tomato you want to use for a sauce, right? Because they're pulpy.
Yes.
And so this wouldn't work with a beefsteak type tomato, which would be very watery and seedy. So plum tomatoes, for most sauces that have tomatoes, are San Marzano type, or what we refer to as plum tomatoes. Now, have you been able to find good plum tomatoes while you've been living in the U.S.?
Do you want the...
I want the absolute truth.
Do you want a diplomatic answer
or
do you want the truth?
Yeah, I want the truth.
And let's say vegetables here are slightly different from Italy.
Okay, in what way?
Less tasty, can I say?
Yes, you can.
But the colors are great, so I don't know what they...
what they do. Okay.
What they do.
All right, so basically, this recipe
You know the difficult part of bucatini?
Yeah, it's hard to cook.
That's you have to spend at least 2 minutes.
Well, maybe if you put the top on, let that boil a little bit, it would, the heat will stay in and it will be able to get it out.
Yeah, but just to avoid that there is a part of the bucatini that is not cooked.
All right, so put the cover on. Now come back over here. So we want to cook this, the guanciale.
So we put guanciale just with some olive oil.
Yes.
Extra virgin olive oil.
Yes.
Guanciale, you cut in small cubes.
So we diced it, yes.
You diced it, and now we are ready for...
Are you ready for the tomatoes?
Sure, absolutely.
All right, so the plum tomatoes go in. So you can find... If you don't have plum tomatoes in your garden, and I grow a lot of Italian varieties of plum tomatoes in my own garden, but if you don't have a garden and you don't have access to the tomatoes from Italia, you can always get some good imported canned plum tomatoes, right?
Absolutely.
So when you cook at home here in Boston, you must have to use some ingredients that you wouldn't find in Italy, right? Like canned plum tomatoes.
But you can use the canned one. They're very good.
Okay. Should we turn the heat up on this?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, let's turn the heat up on that. And now you're going to add a little bit of the peperoncino to that, right?
I add a little bit of salt.
Okay.
And then peperoncino. Maybe we can wait a little bit
to
add some more peperoncino.
Let me see where we are here. Because this is going to be enough to serve about 4 people. Giuseppe, I want you to check that now and see what you think here.
I guess should be ready.
Yeah. We did say bucatini is a pasta with a hole in the center. That's what bucatini means. It's ready? Okay.
Absolutely.
All right, so it's ready. We'll turn this off. You don't want any water in this one, right?
Because there is already the juice of the tomato.
Okay.
You know how much I love cooking with you, Marianne?
How much?
That's great. I'm having fun.
Okay, there. And do you ever add oil to the water when you're cooking pasta?
But I normally don't.
I've never seen anybody in Italy put oil in the water when they're cooking pasta. That's a new one on me. So, all right, so here we are. This looks good. Now what, cheese?
A lot of cheese.
All right, so here we have Parmigiano Reggiano.
Parmigiano Reggiano, of course. And you know, this period buy a lot of Parmigiano Reggiano because you help a region that suffer from...
So Emilia-Romagna, that's where Parmigiano comes from. Okay, we have a beautiful platter for you to put that out onto. That looks great. I think I'll add more cheese.
Yeah,
more cheese. Think? More cheese? Yeah, okay. And that's a cow's milk cheese, we should tell people.
Yeah.
It's a DOP. DOP, which means...
Which means denominazione di origine protetta.
Which means it comes from a designated area, can only be made in that region. So a protected zone of where it's made. A little bit more? Okay, I think you're ready.
Do we go?
We go, right on that platter. Beautiful.
Eccolo.
Wait, let me give you a fork so you can try that to make sure that it's up to your specifications. Okay, so try that.
Let's see.
See.
So, without using a spoon.
I was just going to ask you that. I never use a soup spoon where I see people twirl.
Brava, because you're an expert.
Okay, you're right. Good? Does it need something?
It's perfect.
Okay,